Coach, thanks. As mentioned, we are on the North Shore of Pittsburgh. It's sold out Heinz Field in the Steel City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Dallas Cowboys and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Set! 230.
25's the mic. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Alert. Blue, they're Easy.
We got 25's the mic.
They'll run with the NC State man. It's Jalen Samuels. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Roethlisberger looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long. An early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think what they're counting on, his talent to sometimes beat that double coverage.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Good work, boys. Let's go.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 16. Prescott. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day, offense.
Hey, kill.
Throwing. Prescott. He'll rifle this one deep right side. He's got a man. Complete. And all the way to the opposite 45. A big play here for Dallas. And even 40 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45.
Hey, kill. Check right. 26.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And finally taken down at the 30-yard line. Give them 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, Could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense, because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right? Yeah. Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 yards there, first down.
Well, think of it like you would a typical boxing match. The person is on his heels and absorbing blows is having a tough time. And that's what's happening to the defense right now, because the offense is on his toes and punching, and there was another first down run right there.
From the red zone now, Prescott. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster, his third touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Crosby with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity, because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 22 yards there, a first down.
Watch the slant, watch the slant.
And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. A false start backs him up 5, first and 15.
Coming this way, coming this way.
Look, there's a heat, these two. 61.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. It's caught, Cooper. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down. So from Cowboy territory now, here's first and 10 at the 44-yard line. They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it second and 6. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be second and 6.
Second and 6 at the 40-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6.
Hey, defense. Hey, defense. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up. Shift, shift.
Hey, alert, 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 alert.
Shift, shift.
80 weapons.
Here's Roethlisberger. He's got the connection to Cooper. And he gets it down to the 32. That one a first down pickup of 8.
I know he ain't got it.
First and 10.
Check, 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 check.
2-yard line.
6-6, bullet high.
They go play action with Roethlisberger. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Johnson was the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
White 80.
Hey, let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
Double. Switch. Let's go. Why are they trying?
On second down, Samuels.
Come on.
That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on 1st down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
Danny.
Focus.
Wide. Get wide.
Jack 16. Take 2 of them. 3.
They snap it at 1. Now it's Roethlisberger. And that is caught, but he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge. Incomplete. And a pause in the action because the booth, they see something that they want to take another peek at to find out if this was a touchdown or not.
On the jump ball. Byron Jones on the coverage.
So on 4th down, the Steelers call on the number of Chris Boswell for the field goal try. Right hash mark of 42-yard attempt. And Boswell's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Watch 23. Go 47.
Prescott off play action. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely, frees up your guys elsewhere.
Come on, QB, come on. Mike 5-5, Mike 55, Mike 5-5.
Ain't no second. Here we go, 46.
55's Mike, guys.
26.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Like 80.
25 to Mike. Slam, slam, slam.
King.
Check.
They go draw play. This is Samuels. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. Caught the defense off guard there a bit on 2nd and long, but now you still have to deal with 3rd and long.
Yeah, you do, but you feel pretty good about the last play, don't you? And maybe it gives you a little bit of confidence dialing up the next one, that maybe your team will believe in it when you send it in.
Here we go. Blue 30.
25 to Mike. Come on, baby. Come on, let's go.
Black, what's that?
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. Incomplete. He had his hands on it, but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up 1st downs. So far, 0 for 3 on 3rd down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. It got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. On 1st and 10, Prescott. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Here's Johnson. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Here's Prescott. That's complete to Richard, the running back. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. On the sneak, it's Prescott. Oh, Prescott stripped. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. On 1st down, Johnson. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Better ball security, but not much else to show for it. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Prescott to throw this time. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Steven Nelson able to get a hand in coverage.
This goes to the goal line. You got to be very careful with the offense calls rub routes. When I call a pick trying to screen you off from your coverage, does a nice job of avoiding that and helping force an incompletion.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9.
Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it. Hustle. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. Switch.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And the 13-year man puts it through, and they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So he splits the uprights, and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Hey, we heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges. 44.
Now it's Roethlisberger. Got an open man, it's Washington. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Roethlisberger now 4 out of 10 throwing the ball in this first half, but he's got a first down here. Here's Roethlisberger. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To throw here, Roethlisberger. Flushed out right. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. Big Ben, not the most agile quarterback in NFL history, but he can use those legs when he needs to.
He really can, and I think it starts with him taking contact and shedding people trying to get him on the ground. That's when he becomes the most elusive.
Yeah, something he honed back at the University of Miami in Ohio.
Yeah, and they didn't get him down in the MAC. It's hard to get him down in the NFL.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Intended that time for Cooper, but it'll be 2nd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Check 4, check 4. Check 3, check 3.
2nd and 10 now. It's Roethlisberger. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Now Roethlisberger. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. Cooper was the intended target.
You can try and underthrow it and go back shoulder, but your timing has to be impeccable. And here, I think it was much more of a duck than a designed back shoulder throw.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Looking to throw. Prescott. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Looking to get it to Ward. Intercepted. Picked off by Steven Nelson. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up 1st and goal.
It's funny when I go back to our pregame meeting with Amari Cooper, and we mentioned, what if they play man coverage against you? He almost seemed offended by it, didn't he?
I'll beat it. That's basically what he said, right?
I mean, the best receivers we've ever talked to and covered, when you talk about covering them with one guy, they think that's a personal affront. If they feel like they can't just beat one defender, then they're not very good.
They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12.
Check your hot read. Check. Crunch. Crunch.
Now Roethlisberger to throw. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. DeMarcus Lawrence. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something.
Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now Prescott. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. He's going to air one out. And that is incomplete, 7 seconds remaining. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket that's taken on the 25. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
55 to Mike. Night, sweetheart.
Out of the pistol, here's Johnson. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Prescott to throw it. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary. Figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it. So those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Now Johnson. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Prescott. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. To the air again, Prescott. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback.
20-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. On 2nd and 7, Roethlisberger. That one into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. This is fielded inside the 5. 62 yards on the punt that time. Wow. And the Cowboys will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Kill.
Watch out.
Hey, kill. What do you think?
Throwing. Prescott. Dumping it off for Johnson. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. Give him 2 yards on that play. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
We're going to 54. Why ain't?
Hey, check. Check 9. You got tight right there.
Prescott from the gun. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. Coming into the week, he's the NFL's leader in receiving yards. There's his first catch, and it's good for a 1st down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
I'm on.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
Hey. Got 3 down. Mark 55. Big stop, D. Big stop.
What do you think?
And again, it's Prescott. Dancing to his left. Going to take a shot for Gallup. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
We're going 47. 26.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Prescott going to come up 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. Prescott off play action. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down.
46.
Prescott down. And he's going to go down again.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Watch tight. Tight ends right.
We're going to 53.
Breathe down.
Check 4. He's coming.
3rd and long for Prescott. And that is incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
12 yards on the return that time. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
6 man. 50. Check curls.
They go play action with Roethlisberger. And yes, complete to the tight end McDonald. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him.
And they get to him with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. Randy Gregory. He's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down. Here's Jordan Berry now. He's been terrific so far. This is fielded at the 27. 51 yards on the punt there. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that plays a statistic that's going to go on the defensive team stat sheet. Won't necessarily reflect in ours, right, the overall game sheet. But you and I know that they keep count on pressures, hits on quarterbacks, all those things, hoping to increase that throughout the game. And here we are in the 4th quarter, and they got a big one.
Yeah, it's such a close game, a very big one. Roethlisberger will throw. Flush to his right. And that's going to be incomplete. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire.
Switch it.
Here's Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete here. They were looking for Johnson that time, but now it'll be third down. This secondary as a unit, they've worked really well together in this one, especially late.
A lot of cohesiveness, a lot of communication, and some great athleticism. They're playing so well now, a nickname is sure to follow. They're going to have to name this whole unit soon.
Throwing now is Roethlisberger. And that will be incomplete. What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on fourth down. They'll try and throw for it with Roethlisberger. And that's caught inside the 30. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Deontay Johnson, his second touchdown on the season, as they can now tie the game with the extra point here in the final 2 minutes. So a big play now as the Steelers will go for 2.
Watch the run. Mike 5-4.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. All right, now a big two-point conversion attempt still to come.
50 seconds, come on. Let's get the ball. SOS. Save.
77.
They'll look to throw. And it is caught. They got the 2 points, and with it, they've taken the lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Mike 5-5.
On the RPO, Prescott's going to keep it himself. He gets this one to Johnson. Past the 20. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. This is Richard, and he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson trying to run inside, but nothing there. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it in. Johnson. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Brings up 4th down and goal.
And they're going to get the timeout called. What a finish. We're down to 4 seconds to go in this football game. So the game here hangs on the right foot of Mason Crosby. He's hit on his one earlier attempt tonight, but this a little more pressure-packed for the win. And I tell you, when it comes to needing a field goal in closing seconds, pressure situation, there's something to be said for having a veteran kicker trot out there.
Agreed. It's so nice to have someone you can rely on, someone who you know has done it before. And this guy's as cool as they come, isn't he?
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Dallas, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1, and they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss, and they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
From Prada, rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we pack up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Dying from laughter. When they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a real today and they my last one. Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no. You better call back up.